Because we're 3 minutes late. Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 with your host, Macwell Star. Tonight, hi, Greg. We're celebrating not Greg, but the Fuzz, who turns my age on Sunday.
I hope we get an AI birthday.
Have an AI birthday. So I'm going to put me back on here because we're going to talk about me for a second here.
Oh,
just because I'm just saying we're doing Scott beers tonight, so why don't we turn it over and see who we have with us tonight, starting with the first in the lineup, which is the Beardo. How you doing, Redbeard?
Sup?
Great. Well, awesome. So what beer did you bring that reminds you of the Scott?
It's kind of sad. It's all I could find.
We knew somebody was going to do it.
Beard.
Wow. That came out of the gate so early.
Beard.
Wow. I'm winning this shit tonight, baby.
It's all right. Somebody has to win it, considering Dan's not here.
Love you, Scott.
Love you too. All right. Let's go over to, thank you, Beard. Let's go over to Lee, who's going to, first of all, how you doing tonight there, Lee?
I'm doing fine, Nicholas. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad.
All right. I brought a big beer. I brought a big boy into the competition tonight. Sort of based on reaction of the beer I had last time, and Scott was really interested in it. So it was like, I'll bring something else big and see if I can barrel him over with it. So this was a beer given to me. I'll get into that when I get into my history or whatever. But this is from the De Molen Brewery from the Netherlands. This is the Hell and Verdoemenis Imperial Stout at 10% alcohol by volume.
All right. Demolad Health and Verdoemenis Imperial. Okay, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Lee. Let's Scott's technically next. Happy birthday, first of all.
Thank you.
I mean, you're eventually going to be one picking the beer, but we might as well talk about whatever beer you decided to bring that reminds me of you yourself, or you just
your celebratory birthday beer.
Well, I mean, Moosehead is too much on the nose. So I
think is that a cocaine reference?
Yeah, cocaine. We'll have that conversation later.
Cocaine was
brought something I haven't had before, but from a very familiar brand to me, Erdinger. I have Erdinger Oktoberfest.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've had lots of Erdinger. Thoroughly enjoy it. They have a local gas-off German restaurant in Sussex, down the street from where my trailer is, and they specifically sell all Erdinger stuff. And I've had some great beers from there. I've got mugs and hats and scarves and everything. Everything tastes so delicious. So I decided to get Erdinger Oktoberfest. It reminds me of me.
Yay. All right. Thank you, Scott. Let's go over to Lady Lee and Rob. How you folks doing tonight?
Most excellent.
Decent.
We had delicious Burger King for dinner.
Ooh, fancy getting that Wednesday Whopper.
Wow. Guys, don't get Nick erect on the show.
Too late.
All right. So beers that we chose for Scott. I picked a Killer Cupcake Panda from Flying Monkeys. It's a double IPA, so it's an 8.3%.
I went out on a limb, and I wanted to try something new and exciting.
That's the next part.
What?
That's the next part.
Yeah.
Introduce your beer.
Okay. Yeah,
He's introducing it. Stop woman-splaining. Don't woman-splain.
Anyways.
Let the man talk, Lee.
Oh my God.
This lovely beer from Cameron's Brewing. It's called Coochie Wookie.
Chalky
Okay.
wood.
And it is a chocolate
That's the-
milkshake stout.
Is it Chucky?
That's-
It's chocolate.
That's the fuzz.
It's
Right
chunky
there.
now.
Yeah, he said
Chalky
coochie. That's a
walkie.
whole different thing.
It's a 5.8%.
What is it?
Chocolate.
No, chocolate.
Milkshake. Stout.
Chocolate
Oh,
milkshake.
okay.
Rob, Rob, you are in the lead.
Awesome.
I help pick if that helps.
All right. Thank you, folks. Let's go over to Greg, who's gonna show everybody up with his amazing choice. How you doing tonight, first of all, Greg?
Well, here's the thing, Nick. My amazing choice has already been picked by somebody else. That being said,
I'm writing down Moosehead already.
that being said, we are going ahead with. I want to just take you guys on a very brief journey of why I picked this beer. So, imagine Carrie, one of his North Bay camping trips. Put on your '80s horror glasses now and just picture this. Carrie's just walking through the woods, one of his nighttime camping things. All of a sudden, rustle in the bushes. Who emerges? Lady Lee, but she's been clearly attacked. She has blood on her. Pieces of clothing are missing. She says she's been attacked by a bear, but not just any bear, an unusual bear.
Chalky walkie.
And what emerges from the bushes to terrify Carrie? Why, none other than a killer cupcake panda.
Oh,
And I picked this
wow.
because Scott is not a regular bear. He's an unusual bear.
These are a fluffy little panda.
There we go.
I don't think a
That's
panda is
hilarious.
even technically a bear. I'm pretty sure.
Greg and I
Yeah.
think way too alike. That is it.
We
So
do.
that's
We
great.
both think of Scott being a bear.
That's the Greg beer for tonight. So,
And if it's not a bear, that's even more of an unusual bear.
alrighty. So, my turn to show off my beer. So, not only tonight am I going to drink out of a glass that I bought when me and Scott were on a road trip to northern New Brunswick. I'm hoping that I'm channeling my my inner knowledge of Scott and how many years we've known each other, which has been a long time, it's over 30 years,
Since
in
the
knowing
womb.
that what kinds of beers he likes. And I'm going to do something from first of all, I think Scott always has been a little bit of a crowd pleaser.
Ooh.
And I also know he really likes lime lagers. So this is Tire Shack's crowd pleaser lime lager coming out of Moncton.
Oh,
And how many ABV is this thing? This is 5% ABV.
oh, Rob, you have some stiff competition here.
I mean, I want this beer as well. So
And I love the fucking label. It's got this kind of Molson 50 kind of stylizing.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. Let's go for. We might as well just poke around the comments because there's one there. Beers for Days is saying cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Cheers.
How you doing? I don't have a beer yet. Oh, I kind of do have a beer. I can drink this Miller Lite that I've been
There you go, Nick. Keep it classy.
pre-gaming with. All right, so let's get back down to Lisa's cheers back. So let's get back to the top of the order and ask Redbeard. Redbeard, your beer. AK, what is your history with it, and why does it remind you of Scott?
My first time ever having it. It just seemed right. Oh.
I call BS.
This was accurate.
I look at Scott. I think, wow, that's a head like a moose. I don't fucking.
Fuck.
Everybody knows why I picked the beer. It's yeah.
Time was upstairs or downstairs,
and it's. I've had it enough, like not as much as probably most other people here over their lifetime, but I probably had at least a 2.4, maybe a 4.8.
Wow.
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 That's like over double of a 2.4. Well, what is a double 2.4?
48.
Wasn't
Great.
complicated math. I
Two
just
two
had.
fours
Yeah.
is what it is.
I mean, Redbeard, I
Force.
don't think you could outdrink the amount of moose that I've had.
Probably not.
Nor would you want to, probably.
Lee's got a pretty
Accurate.
valid point there. Yeah.
It's not
Again,
very-
Nobody could outdrink the amount of Alpine you drank, Scott.
I don't hate it, but it's not something I generally actively go for. But
Don't forget, it's the unofficial sponsor of the hit horror movie that all the kids are talking about, My Bloody Valentine.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
also-
it is.
It's also a feature spot in Happy Gilmore 2.
Wow. Ooh, I didn't know that. I haven't seen that movie yet. All right. Thank you,
I've
Red
seen
Beer
it, but I
listening.
don't seem to remember Moosehead in it, but
All right, Lee's turn. All right, Lee. What's your history with your beer tonight, and why does it remind you of Scott?
All right, so this was so some people here know that a friend of mine from work, also named Nick. So I have some Nicks
Yeah,
in my
other
life
friends
that are
named Nick.
yeah. I've friends in my life named Nick that are beer givers. You're not the only one, Nicholas.
wow.
Beer.
Is Nick a beer taker?
He will be once I send that Imperial Stout out to him.
There we go.
But yeah, so he recently, because he works in the military as well, he recently did a thing over in the Azores with our military
Recently?
presence over there. Recently, yes. And he brought back a bunch of Azores beers, and I've reviewed some of them on my channel. But he also picked this up too at the beer store that's called the Beer Store in the Azores. So, and it had all kinds of international shit. And you know, a Demoulin brewery beer is pretty well renowned kind of stuff. The guy at the store basically said, "This is legit the best beer we have in this fucking store. So pick it up if you're interested." And so he got me one of these, and the reason I picked it, of course, is because, like I said already, Scott was like really impressed with the big beer I had the previous week, and so I figured I'd just give it another shot. Maybe my description of it will wow him, perhaps not. Who knows? But
Razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
I thought perhaps some razzling or maybe even dazzling
Whoa, come on. This is a
would
family
maybe
show.
maybe persuade him, and you know, we'll see what
Using the right word stuffs might sway my opinion.
happens.
We did last week. He seduced you with his wordsmith. Nice.
That's right.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Let's go over to the Fuzz, which don't really have to ask you why beers remind you of you. I mean, you know why. But you've already kind of leaned into what your history with Erdinger is, but you might as well just repeat yourself.
Sure. Well, the Erdinger beer line was really introduced to me at that German gastropub. Gastropub?
The Gastoffs?
Yeah, the Gastoff. Yeah. Where they bring it specifically over from Bavaria. They have many connections in Germany, and they have all kinds of they're a farm, so they grow their pigs and they grow their cows and their sheep all on the farm, and they serve it to all their customers. So they don't import the stuff from Germany from there. But they do have specifically German products brought in, and I was there for a few times from my wife's work. They brought us over, and they would give us free beer and all you can drink, and it was just a time. And they give you free stuff all the time, mugs. I have like 3 giant Erdinger mugs. I have hats, scarves, all that stuff. So I've tried a lot of their products, love them all. This one I have not tried. The Erdinger Oktoberfest bottled. So it says it's Bavarian double mature method. Anyway, we'll talk a little bit more about the beer a little bit later, but yes, lots of times with Erdingers and all their various products. Enjoy them immensely. Yeah, and it's not Moosehead.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Already
Now, I won't give negative marks to Redbeard for his Moosehead choice. But we all know I will never buy a Moosehead, but I will drink Moosehead.
Never?
10 years. I said to myself, I will not buy a Moosehead for 10 years.
That's what I wanted.
So you figure that $70,000 is 10 years. You figure that 10 years of your business is $70,000.
If it's a case a week for 52 weeks, it's 10 years to recoup $70,000.
That's hilarious.
Now I would never buy a case a week.
You did when you were working there.
I got a free case a week.
Well, that's honestly not the worst kickback right there.
So, and here's the funny thing.
Well, it's not that you have to drink Moosehead.
Here's the funny thing. My neighbor at the trailer park, I asked him one day, I said, "Hey, do you need anything at the liquor store?" I'm going to the liquor store. He's like, "Yeah, but I don't think you're going to get it." I'm like, "Well, what?" He's like, "Well, I want a case of Moosehead, Moose Light." I said, "If you pay for it, I'll go get it. I don't have a problem getting it, but you know, I'm not going to pay for it." He's like, "No, I get it. All right, cool." So I get back, give him a case, and he had like, it was a 2-4, right? It was a 24, and they cost $52 now with taxes and all that, all that stuff. $52, something like that. Yeah. And he only had $50 on it. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about $2, right? He's like, no. You shall not buy a beer. And he went to his truck and he searched for I got dimes and nickels. And he got $52. He says, you didn't buy.
He did the right thing. He did the right thing.
A Moose Light 2-4 right now is $46.98.
Yeah.
That's only a little over $2 a can. That's not terrible.
No, but anyway, he went out of his way to make sure I was whole.
You're whole.
You're a whole.
You're a whole.
Go to the next person.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Best friends argue.
That's right. Okay, who's next? We've got Lee and Rob. All right, Lee, what's your history of the beer and why does it remind you of Scott?
So this is the first time I have this beer, this particular beer. But my history with buying Monkeys is extensive. I've had a bunch of their beers. It's a hit or miss. Sometimes I really love them. Sometimes I don't really care for them. But I always really love the artwork because it's basically ADHD on a can. So it always makes me happy.
Yeah.
It's accurate.
Okay, so my reasoning is a little bit different than Greg's for why I got this. When I saw the name, it instantly made me think of Scott because I think of him as this adorable type of nerdy guy who has somehow in my back of my mind, I just think he has the weirdest kinks or the kinkiest kinks. So that is the reason why I picked this one.
Well, let me tell you about Scott Myers. Well, not online.
I don't know about them, but I just believe he's this really sweet person. He's very nice. He's very kind. He's like a panda, but he's got
sexually repressed and fucked up.
Kinky BDSM shit going on somewhere. I don't know.
BDSM?
He secretly knows kung fu.
A whole other side. So it is the reason. It is the reason I picked this one.
Okay.
It's got a sweet side, and then it's got the other side you don't know about. I did tell you about it. Anyways, yes.
All right, so Rob's turn.
That is my reasoning.
All stories.
All stories.
So the Chalky Monkey. Chalky Wookie.
Chalky Walkie.
Chalky Walkie. Yeah, it reminded me of Scott. I don't know, Scott likes some strong beers, some stouts. The ABV is not very high, it's 5.8, but it does refer to itself as a strong beer. And the chocolate milkshake side of it, I was really interested in.
Look, are you looking at me? Look at the camera.
I know.
I'm not here.
The description also is incredible. So I'm glad you're all seated for this description because you're just going to knock you off your feet if you were. Like a mysterious Sasquatch, the Chalky Wookiee Chocolate Milk Stout is a rare creature to behold. Dark color, creamy rich mouth feel with roasted malts and chocolatey richness. The sweet and savory stout is a decadent treat. Be on the lookout for this one. As a warning, it has a note: do not heat or add marshmallows.
Why not?
I mean, we're gonna have to try that on the second can. But
What was that? That line about the mouthfeel?
Exceptional mouthfeel.
Dark color, creamy, rich mouthfeel with roasted malts and chocolatey richness.
Rob, you're a mouthfeel.
Wow.
Wow.
I totally forgot to add that Scott likes strong beers, so that's why I grabbed some as well. Because I had like something that reminded me of him, and it was like a stronger than normal beer.
Oh my.
Lager boy likes
You be
strong
careful
beers.
that IPAs are poison, though.
I know that part, but the rest I was just on it. And I know it's hit or miss because sometimes he'll like hate them and sometimes he'll like them. He's kind of like me. He likes more on the sweet side rather than the bitter side.
I've determined that it's the West Coast IPAs that I'm not liking, and it's the East Coast IPAs that I do like.
The more fruity versus piney.
I mean, you've made the wrong choice, Scott.
I understand Scott's choice.
We're now enemy. No, I didn't know. I get it. East Coast IPAs are usually for kind of people that don't really like IPAs. They're like, they don't have the bitterness that a regular IPA has.
That intense bitterness is.
But I mean,
Scott.
there's nothing wrong. Like, I've had some good West Coast IPAs, but I've had a lot of bad West Coast IPAs.
Oh yeah, you were Pliny.
Yeah.
All right, right. I'm getting off topic here. So yeah, let's pan it over to the Greggy. Thanks, Rob.
Well, imagine a time, Nick, a time where we all lived before the pandemic. And that's when I had this beer for the first time.
Really lived before the pandemic?
Yeah. No, it wasn't living until we knew what the pandemic was. Now we're truly alive.
Now we know the value of friendship.
Every man dies, not every man lives through the pandemic.
There we go.
We're really alive now.
Anyways, so I had this in 2019. And then, you know what? I don't remember this, shockingly, because my memory doesn't go back that far. But we actually did this on BA101. And what was the date of it? November 13th, 2019. So what is that? Almost 6 years ago, if my math's right on that.
Was I on that episode?
No, it looks like, well, hold on. Let me fast forward because I see Nick. No, it is
Okay.
Nick, Chris, myself, and then of course the one and only
Sexton.
Yeah, I was gonna show him, but he disappeared. Oh yes, look at him! Aw,
I miss Ashley Sexton.
Aw, we miss him.
Him being a responsible adult.
Well, then maybe his wife can come on the show. I like her better anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, so I've had this beer at least twice. I suspect, again, with Flying Monkeys, I like them as a company. So I generally, whenever they rotate through their stuff, I see, double IPA of theirs. Most of them for me are hits that they're at least interesting enough to enjoy. So I may have had this a few times in between, but yeah, I've had it at least twice, and I think it's been a while, so I don't really remember it that well. So it's basically like a new beer. So I'm experiencing it for the first time in honor of Scott.
Thanks.
All right. It's like experiencing it all over again.
Mm-hmm. Born again virgin.
So I'm assuming if Scott's vote goes to either Lady Lee or Greg, it's really up to how well they describe the beer.
Probably.
I don't think either one of us are going to be. I don't think either one of us are going to win, to be honest. But
I don't think either of us are winning. But
Wow.
You never know. You never know.
Did I
describe Lee?
Did the Hadron Collider like shift me into another universe where I'm the most positive person on the panel? I got the most optimism here.
Right now, yeah.
Wow.
Next thing you know, you'll be sending us thoughts and prayers.
The world is on fuck.
All right, let's put it over to me, and I'll talk about my history with crowd pleaser. First of all, I'm going to talk about my history with Tire Shack.
You're gonna say with Scott.
I should have rehearsed this, but I've had a number of beers from Tire Shack. They're a brewery out of Moncton. I think they opened just before the pandemic, and I remember they make an awesome American stout called Secret Society Toasted Marshmallow Stout.
Ooh.
Also got some pretty good IPAs like Killed by Death Triple IPA and Parts and Labor Hazy IPA and a few others. They even made that beer that Brandon brought on the channel last week, that Wickerman Vienna pumpkin beer that was interesting to hear about. With this one here, this is my first time trying this, but of course, when it comes to lime lagers, me and Scott have had conversations numerous times over the years. Like when Moose said basically back around 2010, 2011, that's when we started seeing lime lagers specifically. I mean, it's always been, you can add a slice of lime to a bottle of like Corona or something, which I know Scott used to really drink a lot too. Anyway, so when Moose had made that delicious lime lager, it was something that I bought a lot of, but I also know that Scott bought a lot of back in the day, and that was something that we both have had conversations over the years, especially when Scott was on Moosehead, and I thought maybe he had some influence over there. Maybe they could re-release the Moosehead line, because that was a classic that is no longer with us, and I kind of wish they would come up with again. But much to my chagrin, I know that when it comes to lime beers, I know Scott likes them. And I also happen to know that Scott's very much of an extrovert, and he's always been that kind of extrovert that has dragged me out to parties too. So I know that he's definitely the crowd pleaser, and not that I don't appreciate the guy for getting me out sometimes. So
Did I put on your Scott Got Me Laid t-shirt?
You gonna cry right now, Nick?
I'm not going to cry. I'm just kind of thinking, evaluating Greg's statements. Did Scott actually get me laid? I mean, I got laid in Scott's house.
Do we need to know this?
This is a weird.
Yes, it's part of the episode, right?
This is lore. You need the lore.
This is lore.
Hey,
I technically did.
If Scott hadn't put out his house to you, you may have not gotten laid that night.
Let the man talk.
If I didn't invite you, well, Greg has the right thing. If I didn't invite you to the party, you wouldn't have gotten laid.
Well, you invited me and my ex-girlfriend to stay at your place one night, and things happened. There's also the time that we were really drunk, and I wanted to make sure that someone was okay, so I went in the bathroom with her, and then ended up getting a blowjob.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, was it a proper blumpkin? Was one of you guys taking a dump at the time?
No. Well,
oh my fucking god.
No, she was just having a pee.
Oh.
Oh my
God! But I was standing right in front of her crotch level, so she just went for it. Anyway, so it was not intentional. So this is the man, fuck.
Do you see why I was like? Do you think you really want to be sharing this?
And do you see why I encouraged it?
Yeah, I do. I really do. But
I mean, it really kind of goes. Yeah, we only have 2 viewers now. People are thinking about me getting ahead. So, I mean, let them think that.
Brandon's gonna be freaked out.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, but I've had some adventures. Let's just put it that way. So, all right. So, yes, when it comes to, I know Scott's quite the crowd pleaser and loves lime lagers, has a big history with them. So, and of course, it's put in that statement that when we first started this episode that Scott was talking about, like, oh, Rob has competition now because somebody brought
I don't know.
Kryptonite.
Like, this is really good. Like, I'm plowing through this beverage so quickly that
He's
I'm a
plowing
winner
through it.
regardless here.
No,
I didn't say anything about what I think of mine.
That's a stout, right, Rob?
Yeah.
So I think part of the review has to be Lady Lee has to take a sip.
I did.
She did. She did. I saw her face too.
No bueno.
I saw her face when she took a sip, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but it's common knowledge that Lady Lee doesn't like stouts.
Right.
Well, you never know. She might find the one she
I
likes.
do have the one stout that I like.
That we all hated.
Yeah, everyone hated it. I loved it.
The legend of the one stout.
Yeah.
Everyone was
One
like, "This is the
stout to
worst thing
ruin
I've
them
ever
all.
had." I'm like, "This is so good."
It's the stuff that Lee likes. Doodle-doodle,
I feel like Dan wasn't on that episode because from what my brain reminds me of that episode, I think it was just so sweet that it would be like Dan, you want this in your blood.
Maybe
that's totally the reason the band didn't show up.
it got really bad ratings for style, and I even gave it a weak rating for style because I was like, if I like it, it has to be a terrible style. But it was so good. I loved it.
Fair enough.
It's the only stout I ever liked. I know. I think I've had another stout I liked. It was really sweet. I can't remember. There's been.
Right.
I always tried them.
Do we have any more comments?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
excellent.
You haven't had any comments.
Let's continue on to the review.
All right. Let's circle back around, starting with the absent beard.
I'm here. God damn it! Just the best timing ever.
He's coming
I
back.
mean, we already know what the thing about Moosehead, but
Looks like there's a skunk on his couch. I
Yeah,
assume that's one of the cats.
no, it's a skunk. It's a skunk.
Wild.
Totally a
Yeah, it
skunk.
wouldn't surprise me if you took one home from like the forest.
Apparently, they make fantastic pets. You gotta get them descented though. My rating, it's fucking Moosehead. I'm gonna say it's Moosehead. 6.5s across the board. It's Moosehead. It's not bad. It's not great. It's serviceable. It's a beer.
It's serviceable.
It works.
But I mean, so Redbeard, you get points for nostalgia, right? So my extensive experiences with Moosehead and how they hired me on, and I transformed their IT department, and then they let me go due to budget constraints.
A bunch of assholes.
Yeah, well, they don't know how to run their company. That's fine, but it doesn't mean they don't know how to make beer.
Yes, it does.
And they've been doing it for a long time, and they've made a living at doing an okay beer. They haven't. They're not in a place where they make superb beer. They make okay beer, and Mr. Lee will back this up. Some of their small batch is actually quite decent.
I can back that up myself. I've been to the brewery and had. Their
small batch from what I've tried is not bad.
For what they are, like being a fucking massive brewery overall, like they seem like a pretty decent. Aside that they seemed like a pretty decent overall bunch of people running the company and all that kind of shit. And then they kind of did the no glove, covered my hand in barbed wire, bend over, been not
Wow.
but
wow.
Well, they did what they did, and that's fine.
It's amazing that Scott can sit.
Damn.
And I hold no ill will towards anybody in there, because holding ill will, holding hate in your heart does nothing for anybody.
No, but burning the place down makes you feel better.
It won't make me feel any better.
Try it. If it doesn't make you feel any better, then I will concede that you're correct.
Right. Anyway,
hatred fuels me. It's fine.
Redbeard, you get points for nostalgia and my continuing love for Moosehead, although tainted as it might be.
All right.
Tainted love.
All right.
Whoa, tainted love.
So 6.5 across the board. Serviceable.
So, sir, that was 6 5s for Redbeard.
It's just like Scott dictating the show tonight. Jeez.
It's my fucking show.
He's the BD. He's the.
That's a secret kink that's not so secret anymore.
Yeah.
Donald Myers is here.
How dare you out someone on TV?
Being all dictatory.
He does have that golden shirt.
He's the dom
All right.
of the show tonight.
Yeah. He kind of is. All right, so now he's got to dominate Lee. So let's Lee. Let's see. How's your beer drinking?
Very well, very very well.
Do tell
As you
more.
can see, I've been just sipping on it because I want to like savor it because it's so good. I don't want to plow right through it.
That head looks nice.
Yeah, it's like 10%, but it's still retaining a nice like tan head that's about half a finger or whatever. Good lacing on it. It's leaving some alcohol legs on the sides of the glass. It smells kind of how you might expect it to smell. Like it's got a very kind of typical but like intense imperial stout aroma, a lot of chocolate, a lot of coffee, a little bit of caramel, and a teeny little like around the edges hint of like licorice.
Black licorice?
I would say more along the lines of like a Twizzlers, like just regular red Twizzlers, whatever flavor that's supposed to be.
Yep, scary.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So then we get into the actual taste here. Oh, and first off, you notice how big the body is on it. It's like upper medium bodied, pretty viscous imperial stout. Big punchy hit of just roast right up front, and then as the drink kind of gets to the back of your mouth, you get some more bitterness. Apparently they put a lot of hops in this as well. So they say actually with a blow of Chinook, whatever that means.
Wow.
Whatever, I'm sure that's an exact measurement right there. But you can tell it's also pretty finely hopped because there's a bit of a resinous pine kind of note in the background, but like overall the entire drink there's this like fine coating of that red licorice kind of taste all around it. And as you drink on it, as it's getting warmer, more little hints of the caramel, a little more hints of the chocolate are coming out. It's very complex. And it's punching above weight. Like it's I was kind of expecting, okay, it's probably gonna be just your typical imperial stout, like really well made, but just kind of typical. But no, it's actually doing some things I wasn't expecting. It's right up there, like world-class kind of stuff as far as I'm concerned. I'd have to say style wise, it's about a 9.5. I've had very, very few better. My own personal preference, I would probably throw a 10 at it. I would drink this any day, all the time. It's quite excellent.
So you have me on licorice. Licorice is my favorite candy.
Okay.
You have me on chocolate, and you have me on caramel.
Mm-hmm.
You also have me on the 10%. I like the heavy and stuff that you can sip and enjoy. Now, you lost me on pine and you lost me on coffee.
Okay.
Bad boy.
No, not saying you're out of the running. Not saying you're out of the running, but those are your pluses and minuses.
I'll also say this: I doubt you would probably detect the pine unless you're really looking for it.
Right.
I was kind of looking for it because it's a Chinook on it, and I was like, okay, we're gonna get like some West Coast dankness in there, perhaps. So that's what I was kind of looking for. And like I detected, I don't think most people would. Most people would probably be bowled over by the roastiness of it. As far as the coffee thing, yeah, maybe that would be a dissuasion for you then. But yeah,
I don't even like coffee crisp, like the candy bar.
Wow.
Okay, but yeah, this doesn't taste like sweetened coffee or anything like that. Like this is just straight like coffee roast. So.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So next up is Scott, who is going to tell us about what he thinks about the Oktoberfest.
So,
Yes, master.
Yes, miss.
Ooh, them scolding words.
So this beer goes down really smooth. Quite a very smooth taste to this eardinger. But I find eardingers are smooth nonetheless. The Oktoberfest, I don't know, it's just even that much more smoother. It doesn't have any head anymore. And
wow.
Yeah, it lost a lot of head.
Just like
no lacing. Well, not saying no, sorry. Very little lacing. It has very fresh, forward taste to it. It's sweet. Back of the mouth, back of the tongue is very, I don't know, it dries out the back of the tongue, and so it makes it like you want to take another sip quite soon. These run at a 5.1, 5.7, sorry, 5.7 ABV. Considered a strong beer. Yeah, a lot of this is just a wheat beer. I do enjoy a wheat beer. I don't know. I could see me drinking my Oktoberfest in Germany with my friend Kevin. I have a friend Kevin that's in Germany that said that he has a job for me if I were to ever go to Germany.
What about your friend Nick?
Yes,
Does he have a job for me in Germany?
I don't have a job for you, no.
No, but he'll drink beer with you in Germany.
Yeah.
I don't drink beer with you.
My friend Kevin that I met on my honeymoon said he has a job for me in Germany. The only condition is I have to learn German in 2 years.
Do it. Go for it.
Do it.
I'm sure Nick will help you.
I'm sure you can fake your way through it. You just got to go like schlacken, schlacken, clacken, you schlack.
So my ancestry comes from Prussia. So my ancestry is Prussian, so it's not that far off.
Yeah,
now,
you could fake it even easier.
Learning a second language is very difficult for me. I can't even learn the first one. Anyway, so this beer, I would say for an Oktoberfest, I am giving it 8.5 for stuff. For personal enjoyment, I'm giving it a 9. I really like this beer. I probably like this beer more than I like some of other Eardinger stuff. So, unfortunately, it's only available during October, and it happens to be October.
Yay!
And my birthday happens to be October. So, here we are.
I've had that one before. I always feel like it's like kind of like a bit like Eardinger, but much more flavorful, more robust, a lot more clove, a lot more.
Oh, so it's got wheat
it's
in
a
it.
great beer, though.
So it's got wheat in it, eh? Okay.
Yeah, it's a wheat beer.
All right, because Oktoberfest generally aren't, but
no,
usually Oktoberfest or Marzens, but in this case, it's like Eardinger is a wheat brewery. So, what would they produce for the big Oktoberfest festival in Munich?
Yep. Last point. Today I'm wearing my birthday shirt. Now this shirt, it only comes out on my birthday. It's a little early today, but whatever. My birthday's in 4 or 5 days. So since this is my birthday episode, I decided to wear my birthday shirt. I do not wear this shirt any other time, mustard yellow. But I have been wearing this shirt for the past 15 years. That's how old this shirt is.
Do you wash it?
You've had that almost as long as your Hoser t-shirt.
Yes, and I still have that too.
You still have your Hoser t-shirt. Wow.
Still have it.
Jesus.
It fits a lot different now than it did last year or previous years. Last year or previous years. Last year or previous years, it was busting at the seams, but now it's a lot more loose, and I have to tuck it in a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Still in good shape, too. Unlike your Hoser t-shirt that you've had for 20 years.
I've had that a long time.
You've had that Hoser t-shirt for at least 20 years. I think I have pictures of you wearing it from 20 years ago.
Probably.
All right.
Anyway, that's my review of Eardinger Oktoberfest. Very good beer. Enjoy it immensely. I would have it over other Eardingers.
Okay. And yeah, so would I. The only one I would have over Eardinger Oktoberfest is the Picantis, if you can get that. All right. Thank you, Mr. Fuzz. Let's go over to Lee and Rob.
I was singing Mellow Yellow. That's stuck in my head.
Yellow.
Butter it.
I'm just not about South. Okay, sorry. My beer. My beer. I wanted to read the can real quick because I thought the can description was fun. So luscious and crushes, this double IPA is killer. Dosed with exotic pandan leaves, citrus custard, and vanilla cupcake aromas, animate the marigold haze of this bouncy double IPA with an edgy touch of bitterness on the finish. Cute, can be vicious. I think that sounds like me.
I don't smell any cupcakes.
You didn't even smell it. Anyway, this beer.
Well, let him smell it.
No.
It's like,
Throw it in his face.
Wow.
prison house rules over here for the beer.
Wow.
This beer. So this beer's good. Like, it's not. I've had better from them. It's nothing that I'm gonna rush and go out and grab anytime soon, but I do enjoy it. I find it's kind of there's a sweetness to it. Yeah, there's like a little bit of sweet at the beginning, and then it goes bitter at the end. So I assume pandan leaves are bitter. So I'm going to assume that is the bitter taste because I've never tried one, nor do I plan to eat one. But I'm just going to assume that it's that. And the front does have sweet. It does have like the vanilla in it. Natural vanilla custard flavor. So yeah, I think that gives you the sweet in the front. And then yes.
Apparently, pandan leaves are sweet, floral, and grassy.
Grass. It does taste like grass. I do taste like grassy. That's like, it's always funny with IPAs because it's a weird thing to say, like, I'm drinking pine needles, or I'm basically drinking grass. This is kind of that it. It has that like bitter greeny taste to it at the end. So yeah, it's not like my favorite, but it's decent. I don't think it's bad for style. Like, problem is it just says double IPA. It doesn't tell me anything else. So I'm just basing it off of a double IPA.
Yeah, even on tap, just listed as an imperial IPA. So you.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm just gonna go with 8 for style. I think it has the flavors that are there. It has like a bit of sweetness, has a bit of bitterness. It's an 8.3, but it doesn't taste like strong alcohol, so they did a good job. Personal preference, though, I'm going to go for 7. Like I said, I've had ones I prefer. I'm not too big on the bitterness. I prefer sweeter IPAs. This one has a little bit more of a after bittery taste that goes on for a little longer than I like. But it's decent.
Lady Lee, I'll stop you before we go to Rob. Lady Lee and I have very similar tastes when it comes to fruit beers. We both enjoy a good fruit beer. I too enjoy good fruit beer. I'm entertained by your description of this beer, where it's sweet up front, where it's a double IPA. Good choice in the alcohol content. The downfalls is the grassy, piney taste. I get that. I'm not. That's very West Coasty stuff like that. But what's going on there?
Is somebody getting a phone call 15 years ago?
Somebody's cell phone too close to their mic.
Nick, I think Nick's on his device or something.
Oh, fuck. Is it really?
Wow.
But,
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta put my Wi-Fi back on.
Anyway,
That's fucked up.
Always the IT guy. Always.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's the
This
idea.
guy would say,
The amount
Anyway.
of times he does this on movie nights is just.
I'm very interested in picking it up and trying it for myself to see what it is, but there might be others that I might try beforehand.
Okay.
But I'm interested in your description. Very good.
I think that evaluation wise, I got a 4- going by like your criteria. Just saying.
All right, so Rob, go ahead.
So the can alone piqued my interest. It is amazing. The art is great. It's on par with my drawing skills. It's not. It's like a million times better. But it's get to the beer, which is an important part. This is probably the most delicious beer that I've had on the show. The only one that runs close to it would have been the Gateway Brewery beer that I had that had the little bit of cayenne pepper after the chocolate taste. This is like the taste is like chocolate milk with a slight light alcohol dusting to the taste. Dusting to the taste. But it's
give me some of that alcohol dust.
That's right. It's like a light beer dusting. The chocolatey taste is like a dark chocolate, but not a strong dark chocolate. Probably like a 70-75% dark. Ooh. It is fabulous. I would drink this all the time. I was inquiring on their website on how much it was to order from their site. You can get a case of 24 for $80. It is fantastic. I would get it again. I would give this 9 5s on both spaces.
Wow. Now, okay. Does it have lactose in it? The Dan question.
I don't believe so.
It's a milk. Didn't it say milkshake stout? It should have. It should.
Milk stout. Yeah.
Then it probably has lactose.
It doesn't list it.
It just says it has barley and wheat. Contains barley and wheat.
Milkshake stout. I think it would. Probably has lactose. Cameron's.
Okay, I thought it was Whitewater or something.
The brewery that I'm always shocked to hear that Cameron's is still around.
Hops are East Kent Golden.
Oh,
East Coast.
Well, no, not really.
No.
Damn it! Don't take the points from me.
Very East Coast, as in England. Yes, baby.
No, there's no. It just says dark color, creamy, rich mouthfeel with roasted malts and chocolatey richness. That's it. That's all we got for details.
Weird. Calls itself a milk stout with lactose.
So I'm gonna say it does have lactose in it.
What's the ABV on it?
So this is fabulous. I'm loving it.
What's the ABV on it?
5.8.
5.8.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So it is still a strong beer. Anything over a 5 is a strong beer. Right. Interesting.
I had to control myself to save this a little bit for the end because I would have been long done this beverage.
Now, would you go out tomorrow and get a 6-pack of this yourself?
Oh yeah, I would order a case of this.
He's looking at a case right now.
Yeah, it's so good.
Right. Okay. All right.
He has an addiction to sweets and chocolate.
As do I, and being a type 2 diabetic does not help.
Yeah.
This house would not be good for you. It's just sugar in here. Every time I walk in, there's new
sugar.
Now my medication has brought me back to normal. I am technically not a type 2 diabetic anymore, but I am.
Ozempic candy girl.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a funny joke, Nicholas.
It was pretty good. Anyway, very good, Rob. Interesting. I'm very interested. Like, to the case of, we don't have it here, and I might ask that someone ship it, but we'll go. We'll set somewhere.
Time and effort is so good.
Yeah.
Still
All right.
Your review got a 4+.
All right. Thank you, folks. Actually, I think Greg is next.
Hello there, Nicholas.
Gorg.
Robert, this is what we do when we have a show of 7 people tonight? No, 6 people tonight. No, 7 people. I've noticed
7 people.
myself. Rob, you don't save the beer. You get yourself another beer. So I'm having a combine And this is actually interesting. It is a collaboration between St. Bernardus and Wyan Stefan. Never pronounced that correctly.
Really
interesting.
Wow, that's good.
St. Bernardus.
Just a random thing I found at the LCBO today. I couldn't really connect it to Scott, but although I mean this could be Nick and Scott being best friends.
Better air dinger.
I mean, it kind of looks like Nick and Scott, right? So I mean, but yeah, I'd say this is worth checking out. It's nothing mind blowing, but it's only I think 6% or something. But
I mean, I haven't.
We're checking out. Well, especially since how often does St. Bernardus come out with a new beer? Not really all that often, right?
I've never heard of St. Bernardus doing a collaboration.
Neither have I. Maybe that's why they call it Combine. That's like
combining.
Combining.
Better Columbine.
Oh, wow.
Together.
Carrie, you were just shooting your load there.
Yeah.
Did you now? Did you want to review that St. Bernardus?
Not really. I'll say I just think it's good, but definitely worth trying. In my kind of wheat beer. Let's put it that way. Or Belgian beer, whatever the fuck it ends up being. Anyways, let's go back to Killer Cupcake Panda. Now, this beer, I do believe it's actually a West Coast IPA, or at least somewhat of a West Coast IPA, because I don't get anything in this that reminds me of an East Coast or a hazy or a New England or whatever. Also, Flying Monkeys tends to air more on the West Coast side, even though technically they're hazy IPAs like Juicy Ass and whatever what's their big one? I can't remember. Top of my head. Sparkle Bomb. There we go. Thank you. Sorry, my brain just short circuited there. Technically they're hazy, but they air, I think, kind of in the middle kind of thing. So anyways, that's my take on this. I think it's a double West Coast leaning IPA. It's quite a bit of bitterness to this, but to me it's not hop bitterness. Now, what are they? The pandan leaves. I don't know what pandan leaves taste like. So I don't know if this is coming.
He told you what they were.
He can tell me what they were all the time.
What they taste like from what he said.
But unless I have a pandan leaf that I can stick in my mouth and taste, I don't know what they actually taste like based on, I can't taste Lee's description as much as that.
If any of us are able to go out and find one,
wasn't even my description, by the way. I was reading a description from the internet.
There you go.
Google. I just did two podcasts. I just did 2 podcasts with Greg. He didn't listen to me on those either.
That sounds like Greg.
That sounds about right. I'll see you for the next podcast, Lee. We're gonna have a good time.
You will.
I always have a good time. I make my own fun, Nick. So, anyways, not knowing exactly where it comes from, there is a bitterness to it, but it's the taste and the end bitterness is very specific. It took me a second to figure it out. I believe it's green tea or something similar to the green tea realm. So that's basically what it tastes like. Whenever I've had a green tea beer, it basically tastes like this. So I'm guessing these leaves kind of have some degree of resemblance to them. Or
right. I don't even know what green tea tastes like. It has like such a weird flavor, but I love it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Green tea doesn't really have a descriptive flavor, but you could probably call it like grassy or something, and you probably wouldn't be wrong.
It's like almost like an herbal kind of flavor.
Yeah, it's very herbalness to it. Like it's like a. So, the way I would describe the end on this beer, it's like you brew yourself tea. Oh, we don't even have the tea guy Dan here.
Damn.
But you're kind of drinking your tea, and it gets a little more bitter and stuff as you get towards the end, especially if you leave the tea bag in. And that last little sip kind of gives you like a little bit of that tea bitterness, and that's kind of what you get from this. Like to me, like if they told me this is a green tea IPA, I'd believe them. So what do I think about this beer? I mean, I'm not too far off from Lee on it. I like this beer. This is generally the way I feel about a lot of Flying Monkeys beers is that I wouldn't want a lot of. So another beer I might want multiples of. With most Flying Monkeys beers, especially their flavored beers, and I do look at this as a flavored beer. I would like one of these to start the evening, and then I would move on to something more basic, like your basic IPA, whatever. Even if I was just going with in the Flying Monkeys things, I'd have one of these, and then maybe I'd have a couple Juicy Ass or something like that, just because that's something a little bit more basic. This has a lot of flavor, but I feel it would build too much to really enjoy a bunch of these, and that's the only thing. Now, again, at 8%, it's not really meant to be a session beer, so I don't really hold that against it. But we're all alcoholics, and we do tend to session imperial products, and I just thought I would pass that info on. So
I resent that.
don't worry, Rob. We'll get you going.
I resemble that comment.
So, as a flavored imperial IPA, very kind of specific thing. I mean, really, I'm just putting it against other Flying Monkeys products. I would say this is probably a solid 8.5 for me. It's good. I mean, I like their cotton candy one. Again, perfect example of what I just said. Their cotton candy double IPA they had. That beer was one of those. I love those. And the weirdest thing is the bar we go to, which is kind of a dive bar. They had it on tap, which was the weirdest fucking thing. I'm like, you guys have just white trash people just going between Bud Light and smoking the whole time. Why would you invest in a keg of this? And evidently it didn't sell well because they only ever had one keg of it, and then they sold out of it. But it was always just so nice to have one of those, and you follow up with a Juicy Ass, maybe 2 Juicy Ass. And it was just great. But I never wanted 2 of it. And it's the same thing with this one. Just get this out of the way, and then not that it's bad, but just enough of this, and then move on to something basic. That one I actually think I like more than this one, but this one's good. So 8.5. Personal enjoyment, I will also give it an 8.5 as well. I really have no particular complaint about this beer. It's not in the stratosphere of amazing, but it's pretty good to me. Plus, I do like the ADHD can art.
Yeah. This is literally my fucking notebooks during school. Like, this is what they look like.
I feel like you need a separate rating for the cans. Like, you need 3 ratings.
Now they don't write as much stuff. They don't write as much stuff. The old Flying Monkeys would have like stories all over them. And I remember Chad the albino rhino, who none of you know who he is. He used to always complain that it's not blind guy friendly, and it's definitely not. But now they just give you a little description here, so which is actually probably good because they're paying somebody to write it, and who the fuck's going to read all that?
This is my brain. This
you're a tricky Wookiee?
No.
Can art doesn't really do anything for me.
This is my brain.
I'm more of what's in the can rather than what's on the can.
Well, at the end of the day, that's what matters. But the can art might be what gets you to buy the product in the first place.
It's true.
It's true. I've bought some cans because of the can art. Don't get me wrong. I'm surprised. Before we get to Nick, I'm surprised that we didn't see any wrestling themed can art / beers.
So can I tell you, Scott? I went to an LCBO. I only went to one, so I mean, I didn't put in as much Scott effort as I probably should have. But this one has a pretty decent beer selection, and really, other than do the haha, let's get a moose head joke, I really couldn't find anything else that there's like a big sexy IPA. I'm like, oh, Scott's a big sexy guy. But I've had that beer several times, including on this show, and I don't even like that beer that much. So, really, there's not much else that really made me think of you. So, and I was gonna put a duck themed beer just because it looked interesting, and I'll somehow would have made a story to connect it to you.
I want to do Space Invaders just to be like nerd because IT guy. But I feel like that was too on the nose.
There we go.
So I mean, there's all kinds of IT guys here. I'm not just the only IT guy here.
Well, it could also be because Scott's a creep and he just invades your space. That could be a thing too.
Oh. Am I really a creep though? Am I?
No. Sadly or not, despite being the closest person I've ever known to almost have sex with,
what the hell is Scott doing here?
You're somehow not creepy at all.
All right, and I will also leave.
Scott wishes he was special.
Ow.
So fucking special. But he's a creep.
There you go.
He's a weirdo.
Wow.
What the fuck are we drinking here? All right, so I will add one little afterword with the Flying Monkey shit. Is like
Scott has been on enough beers reviews with me for Flying Monkeys products, as I've spent like 5 minutes reading all the fucking shit that was written on their cans or bottles. They used to be notorious for like putting like paragraphs on their fucking beer describing.
Well, I'm glad, Nick, you made the writer of those very happy.
Yeah, well, we were meticulous about reading them all, just like Chad was. All right, so speaking of me, I'm gonna put me up in here. And when it comes to can art, I gotta say, I fucking love the cans on this thing here. It's definitely a crowd pleaser.
You love the cans on this, do you? Okay.
She's definitely got nice cans. Because it looks a lot like a Labatt 50, but is it like a Labatt 50 in that it's an easy to crush sessionable beer? And I do think so. The lime flavor on this thing, it's got a bit of that lime zest. It's a touch pithy, like a little touch of the pulp kind of flavor. There's no pulp in this, but it's got that pulpy kind of flavor. But it's got a nice, omnipresent, like nice lime tartness. It's not like a key lime. It's not quite the same lime you get. It's more like a real fresh lime flavor, like you would get of like a gin and tonic with lime added, or a natural lime squirt into this thing, rather than you would have like. And you know, the lime flavor you got in a Moosehead Lime was pretty good, but this is more like a real tasty, genuine, like real lime flavor on top of a beer that just decides not to get in the way of being that flavor. It's a nice, easy drinking lager that has no off flavors, and it doesn't have any of those like corny flavors. It's just a nice, easy drinking, clean, crisp lager.
It's like a bourbon glass
with a nice lime zest to it. That is a very tasty beer, and I, again, like everybody else, I've been saving this to the end, because it's been so easy to drink.
It's almost done beer number 2.
Yeah, well, I had my Miller Lite.
Beer number 2.
Anyway, so yeah, like I will say that this is a tasty lime beer. I would definitely, if I could get this in like a 12-pack, I definitely would buy some. So
this is from
my
8.5s
for both style and for personal enjoyment.
So Nick, where did you pick this up at? The KB one?
I got this at the Pickeroons Roundhouse in Fredericton.
Interesting. In Fredericton.
I was just up there on Saturday.
Huh.
Now it's a beer from Moncton, but they had a bunch of these in the fridge in Fredericton, so I picked it up thinking that this would be a good beer.
Okay. So I want to ask about the lime flavorness of it. Is there a tart pucker at the end of it?
Yes.
Okay, so it sounds like they put real lime juice in it, because the fake lime juice doesn't have that tart pucker at the end. It has a very sweet aftertaste to it, where traditional lime would have a tart pucker at the end. And for me, when I was drinking a lot of Corona, I would actually say no to the lime because of that tart pucker at the end, right? But who was it on this panel that was saying when you get to the bottom of a T? Well, maybe it was Lady Lee. Greg. When you get to the bottom of a T,
that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's okay, Greg. You get to the bottom of a green tea, you taste that puckerness. Now, I'm a tea guy myself, so I get that. I get what you're saying, Greg. So when you get to the bottom of a Corona with a lime in it, you get that extra tartness, that puckerness of the lime.
I wouldn't say it's that strong. You get the tartness, a slight sourness, but it's not that strong.
What's the ABV on that?
Sank.
5. So it's a little bit higher than a normal lime beer, because lime beers usually tend to go on
if it's a light beer.
Sub 4, sorry.
This is more of your standard lager with lime added.
Right.
Maybe a little bit heavier than a Moosehead Lime. Anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, a Moosehead Lime was a light beer, sub 4 or sub 4% ABV. The thing about Moose and Lime was you could crush them. You could just smash them down, and it was the same. It's the same for the. Is it Molson Double Lime? No, or Budweiser. What's the double lime?
Bud Light Double Lime.
Bud Light Double Lime. Yeah. So a lot similar to the Bud Light Double Lime. Now the Bud Light Double Lime has way more lime in it, but it is also a Bud Light. So you still have
it does say double lime.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting to hear that this has more of a limey taste to it, but in a full-figured brew.
I would say this is more fresh lime, like a real lime flavor rather than Moose and Lime. I've always thought that Moose Light Lime had a great lime flavor, but it was more akin to like lime Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Like the green Fruit Loops. Whereas this one here is like they really use real lime juice for this.
And the Moose and Lime Chelada, the Chelada brand.
That one was good.
Yep. It's good, but it's not the same. It's just not the same.
Yeah, no, it's not. And then I really wish they would bring back the original, but this one here is like, it's basically what would you picture as a good, easy drinking, like full bodied lager with a good amount of real lime juice added to it.
Right. Yep. Yep. Okay. Interesting. It almost makes me want to drive to Moncton to go pick up some of that from Tire Shack.
There you go.
Much easier to order Chucky Wookie.
Okay.
Well, the Wookie. Where's the Wookie from? BC?
Ontario. Like Oakville, Ontario, I think.
Yeah. Now, funny.
About 20 minutes from my house.
You know, I might be going to Oakville for my work. Like that's where my head office is in my work. So, you know, I might pick up some.
It's almost like Scott and I might enjoy some Chalky Wookie together.
Yeah, $80.
Chalky Wookie.
It's not bad.
Chucky?
Walkie. Chunky Wookie.
Cocky Walkie.
Perfect.
Chucky Walkie.
Giant cock endowed Wookie.
Rob first thought that it was.
Nick has a Wookie.
Anyway, all right. Let's continue on. Since I'm in charge of this show.
Yeah, you're kind of in charge of the show. It's just I'm doing whatever you want. At the current point, I think everybody's giving their ratings at this point. Although Lately gave Killer Cupcake Panda 8 for style. I didn't catch what she gave her overall.
7.
7.
Ooh. 7.
6, 7.
So,
Steven. All right.
Traditionally,
7, 8, 9.
Traditionally, the birthday person, aka me, would pick beer that he or she would like to try the most. But today, I would like to hear your other opinions of what would you, of the panel, would like to try.
I'm pretty sure we do that regardless anyway.
Yeah, we kind of do.
The winner, but we still always do that. I'm pretty sure, don't we?
Yeah, we'll circle around. We'll get everybody's thoughts, and then let Scott pick the winner.
Why don't we switch it up? Why don't we go crazy with this? Okay, so everyone will pick what their beer they would like to try, and then just for fun, and Nick doesn't have to keep track of this, so we're not giving Nick any more work. Just for fun, say which beer you think Scott will pick.
I did that last
That's
week.
an idea.
It's fun.
So,
all right. So, Carrie, what beer of all the ones you heard here tonight would you like to have tried?
Mr. Lee.
All right. And which one do you think Scott's going to pick?
Mr. Rob.
Okay. I'm going to put a...
Karen was so still there for a second, I thought he crashed. Like, that's actually impressive. You can actually stay that still.
Okay, so let's keep going. Let's go up to Mr. Lee and see. Okay, of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would you like to have tried?
Rob's.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
You're doing well.
And
I'm excited to share it.
Which beer do you think that Fuzz is going to pick?
Probably Rob's.
All right, let's go over to Lady Lee and Rob. Okay, Lady Lee.
Sorry.
My pick is Scott's beer. That one interests me the most. I think he's gonna pick maybe. It's between Rob and Nick, but I'm gonna go with Nick's beer.
Okay. All right, let's get Rob's opinion. What does he think? Yeah, of all the beers you heard tonight, which one did you try?
I want to try yours. I like the limey beers.
You like Brits?
Nah.
Someone got that.
Boo, she's taking advantage of me.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Scott's gonna pick Max's.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over to Greg. And Greg, of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would you like to have tried?
Well, if this was a Greg birthday fest, I would say that fucking Lee is basically like Vladimir Putin just lost World War III and he's launching the nukes because he brought a nuclear missile to a knife fight 2 weeks in a row. So fuck you, Lee, you're cheating. But I would want to try your beer. And you kicked poor Rob. I would have tried Rob's beer, but yours is just better, and I can't even lie about it. Sorry, Rob. However, this is not my birthday. This is Scott's birthday, and I do believe he is going to go with Nick's beer.
Ooh.
Wow. All right. So now it's my turn to pick what beer I would go with. So what of all the beers I heard here tonight, which one would I like to have tried? Hands down, Lee's, Mr. Lee. I've had Killer Cupcake Panda. During Oktoberfest is fucking tasty. I've had that. That's a great beer. I would definitely buy that again, but I've had it. Chalky Walkie for the Rob's beer fucking sounds pretty freaking tasty as well. But you're talking about a barrel aged imperial stout from what? Where was it from, there, Lee? Netherlands.
Des Moines, yeah.
Des Moines, yeah. Well, where was it actually from? Was the I know you bought it. The guy bought it in the Azores, but where did it actually come from?
From the Netherlands.
See, okay, Netherlands. Still, European-made imperial stout, barrel aged. Sounds fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's categorized as a Russian imperial stout.
So
again,
we make beer strong.
The other part of it was like, who would I say that Scott would pick as the winner? Well, considering I'm one of the ones in the running, I wouldn't. I'm not able to vote for myself here anyway. I would.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you can pick your own. You can pick your own when you think what Scott's going to pick. You're allowed to pick your own.
Oh, okay, I want Scott to pick mine, but I know it's a toss-up. I'm just going to go with toss-up.
Which one do you think he's going to pick? You got to don't be a undecided little bitch. Come on now.
All right, Rob's.
There you go. Okay.
There we go.
Right, so. Because I know I'm not going to win. So let's go over to Scott, and Scott's going to give the final vote here.
So let's go from bottom to top, right?
All right.
Okay. So
Scott's used to bottoms.
Damn.
Still away I ride, baby. So let's go from bottom to top. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Redbeard, as much as I like Moosehead, it's not going to be on the thing I want to try. I've had it so many times that it's not one that I want to try. It's one that I do enjoy, though.
I would. I win.
I'll give you points for enjoyment factor.
He won. He's out.
In fact, you beat out Greg and here for enjoyment factor, but you don't beat out them for tryability. I'd like to try.
Okay, I'll beat them off instead later. It'll be fine.
Beat them off instead.
I already have someone who does that.
Next is Lady Lee and Greg. Those beers, the pininess doesn't really the eating grass doesn't really intrigue me as much.
You're more of a cow, man. Fuck.
It's something I haven't had, but I would try it over, a Moosehead. Now, Mr. Lee, that's a hard one. Mr. Lee, you are in the running for my favorite beer. But unfortunately, you lost some points on being a little bit more westy than I like. Still would like to try it. You get extra points for being European, right? It's just my limeness beats out the Europeanness. And then it comes down to the final two. I mean, as much as I'd like to try my own, and I have, and it's good, down to the final two of, it really comes down to the final two of, do I want to try the chocolate chalky walkie chocolate milkshake kind of beer stout, or do I want to go with the tried and tested true lime beer that I'm very fond of, right? And you sit around a campfire and just have
the box.
But is it just me, or is Scott's internet having a bit of a meltdown?
It seems to be
good timing for his meltdown too.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're all in suspense, waiting for the winner, and he's like freezing up.
My choice, Chalky Walkie for the win.
Fuck you, Scott.
I'm so not shocked at all.
Robert wins
again.
Whoop, whoop. Again, it's the first time.
You've won twice.
I appreciate being considered for the second.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be a lot easier for me to go down to Moncton and pick up 6 of those than it is to find a Chalky Walkie.
Yeah. I get you. And who knows? You never know. Like Pickeroons Uptown might have some of this too, or Long Bay and Rossay.
Scott, if you make your way down to Oakville, I will personally make sure that you try a Chalky Walkie.
Excellent.
Maybe even the beer too.
Maybe even the beer as well.
Nick made a gay sex joke. That's hilarious.
No.
All right, so now that I'm going to make Scott read the rest of the comments.
I can't read them. I'm on my phone.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I've been in the bush on my phone, and I've been reading comments.
I'll read them. Let's end the show, please.
Put it out of its misery.
Make the pain stop.
Jesus, Nick.
All right, so we had the beers for days stuff. We read all that. Basically, he's got the big question. We'll save that for the end. Okay. We got Brandon in the chat saying, "I'm late to the party, or else I would have been on."
Sure.
Famous last words, Brandon. LOL. I am drinking a few Moose Dry tonight. Well, there you go.
He's going dry tonight.
You might have been.
Brandon's getting a blowjob in his bathroom too.
Oh Jesus, yeah. He said he had a few friends over for a bit, and they all just left. All right. I don't believe that. I don't really believe that. I don't really believe that story either, honestly, but that's fine. Jimmy C says, "Good evening. Hope you're all good."
Good. Jamie is in the chat. Cheers.
Okay. We've got Dan doing a bunch of comments here, saying
excuses.
Weak. Scott is coping out, I assume he meant to say. LOL. Then he said, Demolin, they have some killer beers. Damn. I still think I would have won. Probably not, because you're a loser.
You, Dan.
I want to ask that, Scott. So he has a beer called Fuzz Face, which is what is it? Is it a peach sour or something like that? Hold on.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's a peach sour. Scott, I know you haven't tried it. You haven't heard Dan's description. Do you think he potentially could have beaten Rob?
No. I've had Fuzz Face before.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Dan.
So fuck you and your fuck face there, Dan. And he says you can tell Lee is sad he didn't win. I'm not sad I didn't win. I just want to end the show.
Lee, technically speaking, Lee won the fan vote because his beer was voted on as best by the rest of the people.
All right,
Yeah.
if it was me or Nick, Lee would have won. It just depends on the.
Yeah, if it were for fucking Scott, you would have won.
So it's like the U.S. election. I got the popular vote. I just didn't get the electoral college.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
That's actually a good analogy.
Kamala Harris.
Whoa! You're trying to say I'm over here?
I would say in an episode like this, like I want to liken this to like a game of Cards Against Humanity, in that you really got to pick the beer not that the beer that's going to be technically the best, not the beer that's going to get the most votes. It's going to be the beer who the person it's for picks.
Pick the beer that offends the most people.
Yeah, like I knew like in like there's no way that this crowd pleaser would stand a chance against Lee's beer, but I know with Scott, on the other hand, this comes close.
Yeah.
It comes.
Scott comes.
Come on, lady Lee. That's disgusting.
Plus, all your sexual experiences or relationships.
You're going to YOLO. By how I got a blowjob in his bathroom?
When you're playing Cards Against Humanity, for me, get the thickest card. Get the ones that talk about, the
bigger, blacker dick.
No, the Catholic Church diddling little kids, because that's hilarious to me, but it's not hilarious to anybody else.
The best win we ever had. I don't remember the context of I don't remember what the black card was, but you won it with children's beauty pageants, and that tells you everything you need to know.
I remember that one. I think I might have a screenshot of that somewhere. I don't remember.
Yeah, we did screenshot it because it was such a crazy, fucking awesome
beauty pageants.
Someone did ask the question, "What's next week's beer?"
Yeah, beers for days.
We actually haven't talked. What do we want to do for next week's beer?
It's Rob's.
Oh, that's right. It's Rob. Is it your birthday or is it?
It's his birthday.
Are you getting chalky?
Rob's birthday is the same day as my daughter's birthday.
Really?
13th?
Robbie.
All right, so next week is Rob's birthday, so I'm gonna put him on the screen.
Wait, should we also do Havana beers that day as well?
No, sure, you want, but
why? Okay.
I mean, there's only two or three you can choose from.
Yeah. Get to enjoy him.
All right, we're doing super Rob birthday.
Delicious.
I don't even know what kind of beers Rob really likes, but what kind of beers do you like, Rob?
He likes what Lee tells him to like.
Rob beer.
He likes beers. So everything old is new again. Anything that Lady Lee likes, Rob will like.
That's gonna be an interpretation.
No, I feel like Rob's got a bit more of an expanded, not insulting Lady Lee's palate, but I feel like Rob might be a bit more opt to like
less of a baby palate, not a toddler palate.
We get what you're saying, Redbeard. He's a man. He's smarter. It's just science.
Yeah,
everyone pick up Chalky Walkie, and then it's a whole Chalky Walkie on the panel.
We're all chalky walking Rob next week.
I already have my.
All right. So there's our beer for. We're gonna do Rob beers next week.
I did pick up a Rob beer for myself today for next week.
Nice.
All right.
Yay.
Have to grab something that reminds me of Rob somehow. All right. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna take off here. Thanks for watching. Dan is in the chat. Brandon, Jimmy C, Cheers for Days, Mr. Lee. We'll talk to you folks later. And of course,
there's a penis. Scott's analog penis.
There's Scott's and Redbeard's penis.
Now, Redbeard has a digital penis. Scott's is analog.
Yeah, you're analog.
It's an analog, Nick.
Analog?